Hi, thanks again for tuning in to Sin's Workshop here on YouTube. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. So today we're going to be talking about Foul is Fair by Hannah Capin. This was not one of my favorite books. I gave it 2 stars. And I guess there are a lot of reasons. First, I want to start with aesthetically. I did not find that cover appealing. You know, I know the saying is never judge a book by its cover, but when you go to a bookstore, the first thing you're going to see is the cover. The cover has to compel you to read what it's about, and not a fan of the cover at all. I thought it was pretty hideous. I did not like the color choices. I don't think it reflected what the story was at all. And what is her chin on? Like, if you look at the cover, and I have it on, the thumbnail of this video, what is her chin on? I mean, just Google it. Foul is Fair by Hannah Capin. What is her chin on? Can someone tell me? Because I'm at a loss. It confuses me to no end. And my chair is sinking. It's a broken chair. I need a new one. But money is really tight right now. But I was not a fan of this novel, and the novel didn't entice me at all. But I did receive an arc for this novel, so I was like, what the hell? Might as well read it. And then I saw the synopsis, and the synopsis got me. I really enjoyed the synopsis. I was like, ooh, it's a retelling of Macbeth from the female perspective. It's a tale of revenge. And I was like, yeah, okay, I can get behind that, because I love a good revenge story. I mean, who doesn't? I used to watch revenge on TV all the time. So I was like, okay, I can get behind this. I can do this. Yeah, once I started reading it, was not a fan of it, to be perfectly honest. I think it might be Capin's style of writing. I just didn't like it. I guess it's like I said, chair broken. I guess it's supposed to be similar to Stream of Consciousness, but it wasn't a successful stream of consciousness. Everything's just kind of boom, 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 boom happening. Was not a fan of the dialogue at all, mainly because there was a lack of dialogue in the story. I mean, I just didn't like this novel. So this is probably going to be a short video, because I could go on and on about the tone and the narrative and how off-putting it was, because, okay, yes, the story is about Jade, who goes to a party, and she's assaulted by a group of boys. I guess they're supposed to be somewhat similar to frat boys from this private school, it's a high school, but you kind of get that tone that they're supposed to sort of be like frat boys. So she's assaulted and she wants her revenge, and I say, yeah, go for your revenge, get your revenge. But I feel like it turns her into a monster, a non-redeeming monster, and you really shouldn't feel that way with a revenge story, especially one this powerful about a girl being assaulted. I just wasn't able to connect to her, because from the beginning she's pretty monstrous. She's supposed to be Lady Macbeth, and then personally, I didn't like Lady Macbeth either in Macbeth. And then, her best friends are supposed to be sort of like the 3 witches. She wants to get her revenge. She wants to kill these boys. She wants to get, their one good friend to kill them so that she can punish him as well, because, he was probably good, but not doing anything makes you as culpable. I know I've said that in various reviews. By being silent, you are just as guilty. Your voice means something, your actions mean something. So maybe he just didn't realize how monstrous his friends were, but I just wasn't a fan of it. Sorry, my allergies today are like really, really bad. So I just think it was lost on me. Because I don't like Jade. I don't, as a character, I'm not a fan of hers. I wasn't able to connect to her with, empathizing with her is also hard because of her tone, and the fact that everything's just kind of handed to her as well, like even from her parents, when she kind of tells her parents, that's sort of like one of those wishful thinking reactions, that you're gonna get from them. So I think it's a lot of, you have to suspend your belief for this novel quite a lot. I mean, the execution of the plans is somewhat unbelievable as well. And it created this barrier, at least for me. It created this barrier for me to be able to connect to the story and for me to be able to connect to the characters. I can't say this enough, and you're probably going to get sick of me saying this. I did not like Jade. I didn't like her as a character. And I wasn't able to connect to this novel at all because of her tone. And maybe that has, and no, not maybe, this does have to do with the writing style. I wasn't a fan of the writing style either. It was very off-putting to me how it was done. So I just didn't like it. I gave the book 2 stars, and I only gave it that second star because it's supposed to be a powerful, empowering novel, and I get that. I get the sense that, oh, this is supposed to be empowering, except I'm personally not able to connect to it. But I do have to give it props for trying to create, even if in my point it wasn't successful, an empowering story about how the boys get their comeuppance. They get what's coming to them. Karma is a bitch. And in this novel, these girls really are witches. But I should have felt something when I was reading the novel. From the first chapter was good. I felt some sort of remorse. And I got the sense of, oh boy, this is going to be bad. Not like bad, but like, oh, they're going to this party. This is a bad move. If this is a tale of revenge, like, not going to be great. So you already get a sense of what's going to happen at this party. But I should have been able to connect to it, especially as a female reader. I should have been able to connect to Jade. And then you have the cliche mean girls at the school as well, the popular group that she's instantly able to get into. I mean, it was just cliche, something out of Mean Girls without being Mean Girls, And so it was somewhat bordering on cliches and I guess a poor execution of stream of consciousness, because she's supposed to be like this unreliable narrator. I mean, she seems quite monstrous to me, and I just didn't like her. I know, I've already said that probably 1,000 times. I'm sure someone's going to go through this video and count how many times I say that. But overall, once again, 2 stars. I always say this, my opinion is my own. So I always encourage everyone to read the first 5 chapters of the book. I toughed out this novel because I was hoping it was going to get better. For me personally, it didn't, but I know, there are a lot of readers who ended up liking this book, so maybe you're going to be one of them. So I do encourage you to check this book out. Once again, it is Foul is Fair by Hannah Capin, Capin. Check out the novel. Give it a shot. Read the first 5-10 chapters. If you're not captivated by then, really the first chapter should do it for you. But if you find it as off-putting as me, I guess just don't finish it. But, if you do end up liking the novel, sorry, allergies again. If you end up liking the novel, come back here, leave a comment, tell me why. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I misunderstood the style of writing. Maybe I missed something. Let me know, and we can have a discussion about what I did. I didn't really like anything about this novel. I'm sorry. Maybe I missed something. Maybe if someone encourages me to look out for something else in the reading of the novel, I might enjoy it more. So, my opinion's my own. I do encourage you to go out there, get a copy of this novel and read it. Check out the digital catalog from your local library. And if money is not tight, go ahead and purchase this novel from your local bookseller. Please remember to support your local bookseller. Please don't just buy the book on Amazon. I know money is tight, which is why I encourage you to check out your digital library. You can always request a digital content from your library. I used to do it all the time. But if money is not tight, support your local bookseller because they need a lot of help. Amazon's doing fine right now. Everyone's buying everything else from Amazon, so just encourage your local bookseller. It doesn't have to be Barnes & Noble. It can be IndieBound, Better World Books Depository, just to name a few. I do have an article on my website that has there's a link to support indie booksellers as well. So please support your local bookseller during this pandemic. And once again, Foul is Fair by Hannah Capin, published by Wednesday Books. It's a young adult contemporary novel that is a retelling of Macbeth from the female perspective. Once again, happy reading and have a great rest of your day.